Dallas' monumental surprise occurred at BTS's Jin solo concert held in Dallas, United States. Without much previous speculation, Jin prepared an exclusive gift for the ARMY attendees, and what was even more surprising, an unexpected response came from Jungkook, his bandmate who has been known to rarely give public comments regarding other members' solo concerts. Does the reaction signal something deeper? And what kind of gift makes Jungkook look so utterly distrustful? Jin, who had just returned from the draft a few months ago, performed in Dallas with great enthusiasm. However, it is not only the stage performance that is in the spotlight. Right in the middle of the concert, Jin directly announced that he had prepared a special physical gift for all the ARMY present that night. Not ordinary merchandise, but an exclusive photo book containing personal notes, unreleased photos of military training, and Jin's handwritten letter addressed directly to his fans. When the moment was broadcast in real time via a limited live broadcast, Jungkook, who witnessed it personally from a different location, showed a spontaneous reaction captured by an internal camera. In the video, Jungkook can be seen covering his mouth and briefly saying, "Hyung is really crazy. He loves all this." The shocked expression shown implies not only admiration, but also shock at Jin's decision to give such profound memorabilia for free. The statement was then widely discussed by the ARMY on social media. Many fans judged that Jungkook's response reflected how unusual it is for a K-pop idol to give a personal item with such deep meaning to fans. Jin not only shares memories, but also gives up a part of himself, which is usually kept very close. An internal source from HYB's management stated that the prize was never planned on the concert's initial agenda. Jin personally manages the printing, packaging, and distribution process through his own team. This reinforces the impression that Jin's intentions stem purely from the depth of his emotions towards ARMY. What makes this surprise even more significant is the emotional context behind Jin's decision. In the letter shared in the photo book, Jin wrote that his military service was the most reflective period of his life. He admitted that every night before going to bed, he thought about whether the ARMY would still welcome him when he returned. "If you guys are still there when I get back, then I will give you the best part of me," she wrote. Jungkook's presence in the moment, despite not being physically at the concert site, still created a strong emotional dynamic. Many interpreted Jungkook's reaction as a tacit acknowledgement of Jin's consistency in maintaining relationships with fans. In fact, some fans refer to this moment as a symbol of silent respect between BTS members, which has rarely been verbally expressed in public. This surprise moment also raises a number of questions. Why did Jin choose Dallas as the location for the gift? Is there a personal reason behind this election? There has been no official statement from Jin on the matter so far, but speculation is growing that Dallas was chosen because the city was BTS' first tour location when they started to gain fans in the US, and Jin wanted to turn back time by giving something in a place that has historical value for their journey, not only from the side of fans. This gift even made some HYB staff stunned. A stage crew member who did not want to be named stated that no big hit artist had ever before independently financed the production of a prize worth thousands of dollars to be given away free of charge to the entire audience. He not only pays for the production, but also for the shipping and logistics. Jin knew she wasn't just performing on stage. She was sending love in its most concrete form. The impact of this moment is evident not only in public discussions, but also in Korean and international media narratives. Many media headlines raised how Jin changed the perception of the interaction between idols and their fans, making them not just a fan-artist relationship, but like best friends within 1,000,000 kilometers. Hours after the concert, Jungkook posted a short message on his personal platform consisting of just one sentence: "I learned a lot tonight." It is not explicitly stated that the message was addressed to the Jin, but the timing and context do not seem to require additional clarification. For some fans, it is a form of respect between fellow artists, More than just a gift, Jin's surprise to ARMY at this Dallas concert became an emotional event that left a deep mark. Jungkook, known for his expressionless but unpredictable temper, showed the most candid reaction seen in recent months. It's not just about a photo book or a physical gift, but rather about the loyalty, dedication, and mutual relationship that has been built over more than a decade between BTS and ARMY. Jin's concert in Dallas, which was previously predicted to be only a post-military warm-up event, turned out to be a personal history. The gifts he gave that night symbolized that an emotional connection with fans is something that must be constantly fought for and cherished, including by fellow group mates like Jungkook, who that night seemed to truly recall the essence of why they stood on stage. For those of you who haven't watched this moment full of surprises yet, be sure to follow all of Jin's concert updates on our channel. Subscribe to stay up to date with exclusive information and analysis about Jin, BTS, and their never-ending, inspiring, emotional journey. Do you think this reaction of Jungkook signals something more than surprise? Or is this a signal of the depth of the relationship between BTS members that is not widely known to the public? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget, every moment of BTS is always worth celebrating together. Was it true that Jin prepared all these surprises independently without any direction or promotional strategy from his agency? And is Jungkook's reaction really spontaneous? Or is there a certain interest hidden behind this surprise narrative? Please be aware that information regarding Jin's special gift and Jungkook's surprised expression was widely spread on various social media platforms such as TikTok, Twitter, X, and YouTube, along with short video footage and very emotional fan comments. But as of the time of writing, there has been no official clarification from Big Hit Music regarding the technical details of the surprise, nor a formal response from Jungkook regarding his viral reaction. This directly invites a critical question. Is the narrative we consume completely factual, or has it been shaped in such a way by algorithms and public expectations of the warmth of the relationship between BTS members? We cannot ignore the fact that the Korean entertainment industry, including BTS as a global icon, is very sensitive to image construction. It is not impossible that every gesture, every gaze of the camera, even every surprise on stage has been designed in such a way as to create a certain impression. So, is the gift-giving moment in Dallas a genuine form of Genie as an individual, or is it part of a grand strategy to maintain ARMY engagement and loyalty after some members have vacated the group's activities? If it is true that Jin spent personal funds to produce and distribute the exclusive photo book, as claimed by some fanbase accounts and unofficial sources, then we need to ask further. Was this action ethical in the context of an artist's professionalism? Or is it just an overly idealistic move in the midst of an increasingly commercial entertainment industry system? What about the ARMY's position as gift recipients? Are they being pampered? Or are they being made part of a larger social experiment about fanbase loyalty? From Jungkook's side, his surprise reaction drew widespread praise. But was it really honest? In a world where every expression can be recorded, monetized, and virtualized, it is quite possible that spontaneity has lost its meaning. The footage showing Jungkook closing his mouth and speaking softly seemed convincing, but did he know he was being filmed? And if you know, can the gesture still be considered natural? This phenomenon requires all of us, fans, neutral spectators, and media observers, not to simply dissolve in the emotions presented on the surface. We need to ask deeper. Are we witnessing a moment of honesty, or are we being conditioned to believe something that has been curated in such a way? Many ARMY comments stated that this moment was a testament to Jin's sincerity and Jungkook's emotional sensitivity. However, others began to voice doubts. Some are asking, why is this moment only happening in Dallas? Why is there no official documentation from Big Hit Music? Why is it precisely the accounts of TikTok and YouTube fanbase that hold the main narrative? Is this an indication that the event is more a product of viral culture than an authentic fact? If this is the case, then we are facing an important dilemma, either to believe in the emotions presented or to suspect that they have been packaged to create a viral effect. In a postmodern world, where reality and representation are often blurred boundaries, the public must be more careful in consuming information. So, the question now is, are we just being entertained, or are we being manipulated? This article is not an attempt to soothe the warm feelings between Jin and ARMY, or between Jungkook and fellow BTS members. But this is a reflective invitation. To what extent are we sure that what we see is what really happened? Are we in love with a beautiful story? Or are we trapped in a narrative deliberately shaped to tie our emotions together? We say that most of the information in this article comes from video cuts and captions of fans on social media, as well as interpretations of visually captured moments. But again, it is worth highlighting, there has been no direct verification from the official side regarding many of the aspects already mentioned. Therefore, it is important to remain skeptical and not immediately believe any information just because it touches our emotional side. As viewers and fans, you have the right to criticize the narrative presented, even if it comes from an artist you love. Are you really sure that Jin arranged everything without any corporate intervention? Do you believe that Jungkook's expression was spontaneous, not part of a visual communication strategy that management had devised? Or do you just feel that questions like this are too cynical to talk about in the middle of a supposedly moving moment? These questions do not aim to undo the beauty of the moment. Rather, this question is important so that we as an audience are not passive. We need to learn to be a critical audience, which not only swallows emotions, but also analyzes the structure of the narrative that presents them. Please write your opinion in the comments. Do you believe that this moment is really sincere and not engineered? Do you feel that we, as ARMY or bystanders, are being directed to favor a particular narrative? Or do you have any other views on what really happened at the Genie concert in Dallas? We invite you all to continue to listen to the latest developments from the world of BTS and K-pop in general while maintaining common sense and critical reasoning. Don't just believe it because the one who speaks is your favorite idol. Verify, find out, and discuss. And to continue to get information, analysis, and perspectives that are not only emotional but also reflective like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel right now. Be part of a community that not only loves but also understands.